Welcome to Math 123 for the summer. The class is officially open today, but we start on Monday. We'll have our first live session on Monday. You will find the link to that here in the Zoom on the left. I'm not going to click on it because I haven't done that yet. I just remembered that, but I'll be doing it today. So when you come in, this is going to be your home screen. I do recommend that the first thing you do always is navigate to the announcements. This is where I'm going to put all of our important information. So first you can see I have a nice little welcome here this morning from this picture that's like 10 years old at this point, but that's fine. That's fine. But anyway, this is where I'm going to put anything that's new, anything that's important. I'm going to shove in here. Read the syllabus. If not, we'll go over it a little bit on Monday in our live session. But what I really want to focus on today is the modules. So in case you want to hit the ground running, I think it's important that we know what's happening. Now, pardon my desk mess here, but Math 123, you should have gotten a textbook in the mail, hopefully. If not, that's fine. We have access, but this is kind of the lecture version of the course. So I'm just going to reference this a couple times here in this video. But we start with the calendar of activities. If you want to look at them, great. If not, whatever. I've got some random help here. So this is just not necessarily Math 123 specific, but more just like if you have questions about courses in general, it might be helpful. But I want to jump into the modules at large. So this class is 8 weeks and there are 8 modules. Now sometimes this course can seem a little overwhelming. There are going to be some modules that go very quickly for you and some that are a little more challenging. I recommend that if you get into an easy module that you work ahead. Nothing is closed except for the midterm and the final, but I have been known to open those up early for people. So if you are working quickly and you want to knock this course out in 5 weeks instead of 8, high five. Go for it. Just email me, let me know, right? I'm always here to help you learn. So let's talk through the modules, right? Because if you want to start this before our class on Monday, I want to make sure you have the information you need. So the modules they include a couple of different things. We have the overview, just kind of tells you what's happening. We have the learning activities. I'll come back to those in a minute. We've got a couple of discussion boards throughout this course. Now, discussion boards there's no right or wrong answer. It's more of just me gathering information. Since we never meet in person, I have to gather information however I can. So the discussion boards are, as long as you do them and answer the question, you get full points. So they really are the easiest way to earn points in this course. Now, the next thing that you're going to see here is the pre-assessment. I do have a video on the pre-assessment that I will be posting as well and sending you. That way you kind of know what that's about. Basically, I'm just asking you to do it so we can see how much you've learned from the beginning of the course to the end of the course. That's it. Okay, so it'll take you, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 minutes. Knock it out. Then we get into the actual material. So when you see section 1 videos, again, that goes back to this. So there are 17 sections in the book, and we cover 17 sections in this course. So this is what I recommend. I recommend that you start with section 1, you watch the videos, and you fill out the workbook to go with section 1. You'll notice that when I click into this, they're kind of they're broken down. So like this last one, fractions, percentages, and rounding. If you're like, I am a professional at fractions, percentages, and rounding, great, then don't watch it. Like, I don't care. This is up to you. Or if you're like, I know how to work with graphs, great. If you have anxiety about math and you are worried about this course, then I recommend you start with watching the videos, filling out the workbook. Use that as like your in-class lecture time. Then after you finish the videos and the book, then go in and do the assignments. Okay, so when you go in to do ALTA, all of our homework, quizzes, and exams are done in ALTA. If you scroll to the bottom, it's going to show you how many objectives you're going to master in that assignment. So here we have 2 objectives. Now, ALTA is an adaptive platform, which means if you get a bunch of questions wrong, your assignment gets longer, because if you're getting them wrong, that means you're not understanding. So it keeps giving you questions and helps you work through so that you understand and you get it. If you get it right away, you understand what's going on, maybe you've had this topic before or it just clicks, great, your assignment will be shorter. So everybody's experience is going to be a little different based on what you come in with or what you've done. Some people have maybe taken this course before, so the beginning of this course is going to be easy because they've done it already. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, so everybody's going to have a little bit different experience with that. At any point in time, if you have questions, let me know. Okay, so after you finish then 1, I recommend you go to 2 and you do the 2 assignments, and then you go to 3 and you do the 3 assignments. You can always email me questions at any point in time, and I'm happy to help. You'll notice then you do have a quiz. So every module will either have a quiz or an exam, right? So we have 2 exams. That means we have 6 quizzes. Okay, so back to the learning activities. So if you're now worried and you say, well, Becky, I don't have a book because it didn't come in the mail yet. Okay, calm. It's okay. Okay, if you go into learning activities, so every module has a learning activities page. And in that learning activities page, you can see here, section 1, 2, and 3. Those are sections from the book. So if I click on section 2, kind of bug in my face, you can download these and print them off if you want, or you can just bring this up on your screen. Why can I air it? Where's my scroller? There we go. You can bring it up on your screen. Maybe you make this half of your screen and you make the video the other half of the screen, and you just kind of use a notebook, right? Use some paper and a notebook, and you can work it out on paper. So there's a lot of different ways that you can navigate this if you don't have the workbook handy. I think we used to have, I think I have a phone number. It's not in here right now. If you're missing your book and you need help, navigating that, send me an email. I can email somebody about that. Okay, but so every module has its own pieces, and we're going to get into some projects, but you can see we do have due dates posted for everything. So really, this can be really overwhelming if you wait until the last day. Okay, so if you wait until June 12th to start the assignments, you're going to feel overwhelmed. You're also going to notice that the due dates are on Mondays. So we have class on Monday, which I love. So we're going to meet on the 5th for the first time, and we're going to talk through some things and whatever. And then next week, your homework is all due on the 12th. I do this that way, if you have questions on anything, you can get those answered in our live session on the 12th. So we can talk through it, and then you can kind of finish it up as we go, along with whatever else happens. We'll talk more about the live session and what's expected there in the live session on Monday on the 5th at, I think, 11 a.m. Eastern. I'll double check that before Monday. One thing I do want to point out is you'll notice the pre-assessment is due on the 9th, because you need to do that first before you do anything else. Your projects are going to be due on random days, and the week of the midterm, so that's the 2nd, is due on the Sunday, right? That ends at the halfway mark. Then you can see we have project 2 due on a random Thursday. And then as we get to the final exam, that will be due on the last day of the class, which is the 30th. We'll talk more about exams when we get closer to those. So in thinking through that, so you've got, in this course, we have discussion boards, we've got ALTA assignments, we've got quizzes, we've got projects, we've got exams, we've got the statewide assessment, but that's not until the very last week of the course, so I'll talk about that later. But I think that's the big piece. So on Monday when we meet, we'll go through the syllabus a little bit, we'll talk more about expectations and what's all the things, but I wanted you to at least have a little bit of an intro. That way, if you want to get started on anything before Monday's class, please do. Go ahead, jump in, do the introduction, do the pre-assessment, start watching the videos, whatever you want, and then we'll kind of nail out the rest of it on Monday when we get together. So thanks, have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday.